Welcome back, Golden Grizzlies fans. My name is Neil Rule, the voice of the Golden Grizzlies special Zoom session here today. Some breaking news around the Golden Grizzlies athletic department. Our new baseball coach, kind enough to join us here. He is Jordon Banfield. He comes to us, a former associate coach at Akron. And Jordon, it's great to have you here. Welcome to Oakland, man. How are you?
I'm great. It's certainly been a eventful 24 hours since with the news breaking yesterday, and I don't think I put my phone down except to sleep for 6 hours maybe. So it's been exciting. A lot of good people reaching out and just getting to know everybody, getting to talk. Most importantly with the players yesterday, getting to get to know them a little bit, present a little bit of a vision, and just put a face with a name and get that process rolling was probably the best part of it. Excited to get to know each and every one of them and continue to add to the roster as needed and just get rolling and start to build, towards the future of Oakland baseball, which we're excited about.
Now your background here, Jordon, you're a local guy here to the Michigan area, played baseball, very good high school player as well. I mean, you've been around this game at the highest level, and certainly being local, I would imagine that this Oakland job has a little bit of extra juice to you as far as your ties to the area. So I'll put it out there to you like that, Jordon. Why Oakland?
First, I need to correct you. I was a very average player. But as far as Oakland goes, it's honestly a place I've had an eye on for a long time. Just being in the area, even when just finishing up college, just started coaching travel ball and had a lot of high-end players. Just always felt like a place that had a chance to be great. With the location and campus and all that. Obviously, being in a different league than all the other schools in Michigan, I think there's a lot of unique, drawing points for the university. I think there's a lot to recruit to, and it always was a place that sort of had my eye from a distance. Man, why aren't we sending guys there? And is there any reason? I haven't found them. To me, it's a place that has everything we need to build a winner, to build a program that the university can be really proud of, that the alumni can be proud of, and that can give our guys a really, really good first-rate Division I experience. And we're going to continue to make it a better place. We want to improve facilities and all that, but in the short term, we're going to build a program that doesn't make excuses for anything, that goes to work with what we have, and we're going to compete our tails off.
And you and I were just talking a couple minutes before we got on the air here, and you made mention of the fact, Director of Athletics Steve Waterfield, his vision for the baseball program here with what he's been able to do, what he wants to do, certainly was enticing you.
Absolutely. Steve and I had a lot of conversations going back, probably 2 months now, from an initial just him reaching out and sending me an email, hey, do you want to have a conversation about our open head coaching job? And what I noticed right away was we had a connection and our visions were really closely aligned for what this place could be and will be. I don't like to use the could word too much. It's going to be that because if we don't believe that, nobody's going to. Just continuing to get to talk to him throughout the process and going through every round and having intermittent phone calls where he'd follow up, ask some questions. It just felt like we were really in sync in that regard. Our priorities, what's important to us, what the core values of the department are, and how those correlate with what the program, with the core values of my program are going to be like. It just all felt like it made a lot of sense. And it became more and more attractive as we went. Steve and I are really excited about what the future is going to be, and I couldn't be more appreciative of him deciding that I was the right guy to lead the program and be a head coach. Being a Division I head coach is all I've ever wanted in my professional career, and I couldn't be more excited to get going. I about dropped the phone when he called me and offered it to me. So it's been an exciting couple of days for sure. And then when it went public yesterday, that has certainly started the whirlwind.
Jordon Banfield joining us here. My name is Neil Rule, the voice of the Golden Grizzlies. Special Zoom session on the Golden Grizzlies social media channels, Twitter, Facebook as well. Happy to have you with us, but we're talking with Jordon, getting to know him a little bit. So Jordon, your background coming from Akron, associate coach there for the Akron Zips. we know MAC baseball around here, and certainly the high quality of baseball that is played in the MAC. You also spent some time down south, University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley as well. I mean, you've been at some high-level places. You're ready to take the next step, aren't you?
Yeah, I definitely, I feel like I am. And if I don't feel like I am, it's going to be pretty difficult to convince anybody else of that. But, like I said, just getting the opportunity to lead a program is all I've ever wanted and worked for. I've had a pretty varied and interesting coaching career to date. And everybody says that stuff happens for a reason, and I think you don't believe it a lot of the time. It certainly feels like that right now. Obviously spending the last year and a half at Akron, getting to know everybody there, getting to recruit those guys. For all the positive, that the toughest part was telling the players that this was happening.
Right.
That's been difficult, but the people there were terrific. Administration. I wish them nothing but success and hope the very best for them. Obviously didn't get to coach many games there, but this was there a year and a half and got to coach 10 games, I think. But, before that, obviously, being in Texas and out West, in the WAC, and before that, coaching at the Division II level, my first college job. It's been an interesting journey as a coach and not an easy one, to be honest, but really feel like, when something like this happens, that everything, has been worth it, because, this is it. And I told Steve, this is all I've ever wanted. This is the place. And it was interesting that the last question he asked me before offering me the job was, "Do you think this is a big time job?" I said, "I think this is the big time job, because it's my job, hopefully." And whether I'm coaching the New York Yankees or the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, I'm going to give it everything I have. Number one, that's what our players and the university deserves. Number two, that's the only way I know how to do it. So I can't wait to get to work with the guys and get to work on building the roster for the fall and completing that, and getting the schedule going, and getting guys class schedules, practice schedules, just the whole deal. We got a lot of stuff to get taken care of here in the next couple months, but fortunately there's not much else going on, so we got plenty of time to do it.
Jordon, let's talk about that, right? I mean, between the lines, your coaching style, what kind of baseball do you want to play? Golden Grizzlies baseball fans, or those tuning in on ESPN Plus, however they're consuming the baseball program, what is that going to look like to them as far as what's your style as a coach?
Absolutely. I would tell you that number one, outside of X's and O's or whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna demand that our team be the more competitive team on the field. My best trait as a person is that I'm competitive, and I'm going to find a way to win, maybe to a fault. But I want to win. You play the game to win, and that's what matters once the first pitch is thrown. And that's the mentality I want our guys to take. I want to be really competitive. I want our guys to expect to win every time we step on the field. From a style standpoint, I think that initially, obviously, we got a bunch of guys here, and we're going to play to the strength of our roster. Number one, it's not my guys. I don't need to get my recruits. Our players are our players. If you're on my team, you're my guy. And I made that clear to them yesterday. We're gonna play the best guys, and we're gonna play to their strengths. I'm not certainly gonna to pigeonhole somebody into a style that doesn't fit them if they're the best guy for the job. As far as what would I like our style to be, what do I feel like my ideal style as a coach is? On offense, I like to create chaos. I think chaos favors the more prepared team, and it's my job and going to be our staff's job to make sure that that's us. Doesn't mean sack button all the time in that. It just means applying pressure to the defense, whether that's hit and run, slash, squeeze, safety, all that kind of stuff. Dirt ball reads, come watch our practice. You'll probably hear the word dirt ball yelled a lot. We want to take advantage of every opportunity to put pressure on the defense, because chaos does favor the more prepared team, and we need to make sure that's us. Defensively and on the mound, I'd say defensively on the infield, we need to be solid. We need, when there's a ball hit at us, we need to turn it into an out. Errors lose, walks lose. That is proven. especially in a lot of the weather that we play in. You know, there's days when you can't hit a home run. We got to find a way to score and prevent teams from scoring. In the outfield, ultra athletic is the goal. We want guys that take away hits. You know, you can either get a hit or take one away, and they're worth the same. And then on the mound, I would say that varied. You know, we're not going to walk people, but we're not going to just recruit strike throwers at the expense of stuff. There are guys that can do both, and we're not going to have guys out there that can't control the run game and can't do that kind of stuff. I would tell you that we're going to put guys on the field who give us the best chance to win. In the simplest term, it's about winning. You know, baseball is a team sport. I think there's people that say baseball is an individual sport. Not in my book. The best part about athletics is being part of a team and competing. And we're going to put the guys out there that give us the best chance to win as a group. And that's going to be the philosophy that also ties into the culture that we want to have, which is, you know, on game day, it's all about winning. On practice day, it's about development and competing for a job. You know, work to improve your role at practice and accept it on game day, and be all in for us on game day. So that was probably a little long-winded, but that's the ideal, and that's where we're going to try and get this thing.
All right, Jordon. Well, we certainly do appreciate you taking the time. I know it's been a whirlwind 24 hours for you. There's no doubt about that, but we're all excited to have you here, especially given, you know, places you've been and what you'll bring to the table here. So, you know, now it's about getting on the field and winning baseball games. I know you're excited to do that. And again, we're just thankful for the time.
Can't wait to get on the field. That's for sure. Can't wait to meet with our guys. Can't wait to get on campus and meet everybody in person. And we're excited. It's going to be exciting days ahead for Oakland baseball. So thanks for your time, Neil. I really appreciate you having me on and look forward to doing it again.
Absolutely. Jordon Banfield, the new head baseball coach here for the Golden Grizzlies. So for Jordon, my name is Neil Rule, the voice of the Golden Grizzlies. Appreciate you all checking in, and we'll talk again soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Well, see you later.